Now, since the 1950s, when Scientology started, a lot of people just scammed up their money, a lot of people have been killed. The U.S. government has been infiltrated, and these guys still have tax-exempt status. And I don't know about you guys while you're here, but one of the main reasons I'm here is because these guys are making billions of dollars every year and not paying taxes on it. We're here because we protest that. This happened all over the world today, and I'm very glad I could be out here protesting with all you guys. Hubbard was a liar, is a liar, and always will be a liar. The person who said that was his son, actually.
Can I get one of those flyers?
People, people who disagree, who didn't have masks.
There you go.
Have people with masks on chicken shit. That's the way I call it out. So.
Yeah, we understand that. The problem is that they really have done some awful things to people when they've gotten their
they've
identities.
done really awful things to people who didn't have masks on too. Well, that took a lot more guts to stand up without a mask than with a mask.
We do have
so you
people here
lose a
without
lot of
masks.
credibility for people who support what you're talking about when you wear the mask.
I come out without a mask to document, but you know what? I'm scared shitless doing it sometimes.
Hey, I've been doing it since 1965, 68. Was scary then too.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of guts though to stand up, because then you're part of the bigger crowd who agrees with you. Now you just isolate yourself. You don't have a connection with the people who stand with you without the face mask.
You know, how about this aspect? It makes me kind of, understand the mask part is that what if there's retaliation and stuff?
There is retaliation.
I know. So by wearing the mask, you don't get as much, and you can so I mean, you give up a little bit of not comradeship of normal citizens, but
camaraderie. It's the very strength in the numbers of people who are willing to stand up and say, "Go ahead and try to fuck with me." Because look at all of us are standing here together rather than people with a mask over their head. You're a very small group compared to the masses who are standing without a mask.
Well, we have had this in every other large city in the U.S.
Oh, I know, but your groups are still small, and you're identified as cowards. And
well,
I know you're not.
By some.
Well, by many.
Yeah.
By many. And you don't need to do that. Stand up. You're right. Stand up.
Yeah. You know what I fear? You know what I fear though? I fear retaliation by higher to bees. That's what. So I understand this.
Absolutely.
And you got to really consider that.
But think of the mass who stands together without the mask.
Well.
Where are they? Where are they?
It's a scam.
I'll get the sign there.
I'll give you all freedom. There you go. I'll give you all your masks.
Protesting Scientology because they have prison labor camps for people who try to leave. They disconnect families for people who don't believe, and then they get tax exempt status for all the money that they're charging for the business. Which is
tax exempt, huh?
That's right, tax exempt. And each book costs thousands of dollars for each person. There are hundreds of books. The only way you can get to the upper levels, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Look us
So
up online.
do you guys have somebody personal that was affected by this that makes everybody kind of go, you know what?
We have so many people from the Church of Scientology that come out, say what the bad things that they do. We have, if you just look us up online, we don't have a leader. We don't have a one main website. This is total grassroots. This is people who decided this is the time we want to come. We'll all meet here like a flock of birds.
And you know the facts.
Yes, we know.
And you're telling the facts to the people.
That's right. And we have flyers. We've passed out all our flyers. We passed out everything.
I have one.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
And they do contain. Our main thing is we want them to get links to the internet. Like 5 minutes online could tell somebody so much more than somebody on the street.
Which I see some websites on different signs. Which one do you recommend?
I recommend goanonymous.org.
Goanonymous.org. Okay.
One word. That's very simple for people who aren't really into protesting, don't like getting into a lot of information, just want the basics. Goanonymous.org is the best.
Okay.
The other one that would probably be best would be xenu.net, and that's
I got that one on the brochure.
Exactly, and that's kind of the one more in depth. Like it tells the stories from the ex-Scientologists about people who've gotten beaten up inside the camps and who have been through this before and want to tell people about it. And our job is to get their word out.
Okay.
We're their microphone.
I see.
We want that. There were so many of them across the country that Scientology said, well, there's a few spread out, we'll take them on all at once, and so that's why we're wearing masks. But now that we have so many people that they can't take us on all at once, we are now there. We are now people who needed us. We speak for people who can't talk. We speak for, there are people inside this organization who haven't talked to their parents, and their parents died, and they didn't talk to them because the church said no.
They won't let them. They can't.
Yeah, exactly. The church.
So you're speaking for all the people that can't.
Exactly. We want to be the microphone for people who can't talk, and the police love us. We've had police talk to us all the time. We're so.
The police love you. You mean they're actually not really.
Yeah, Scientology has called in so many fake calls on us, and we are so focused on being they're just of a litigious nature. They like to press lawsuits. We want to make sure that we're on the right side of the law every time, and we take.
And you
so
have a
much
right to
pains.
do this.
Exactly, and we take pains to let people know that we're allowed to do this, and we've had to tell cops, the rules and stuff like that. But we're okay because the cops understand that we're allowed to do this. We're all peaceful. We don't have any leaders, so it's not a bunch of rabble-rousers. We all gather around the police talks and get the information, but we all want to be peaceful and want this to go through right, because if we get all the information out, then people will it'll just start a snowball effect. It's just a lot of fun. It'll be fun.
You know what? The first time I heard of this was just a guy or two walking through the street with a sign coming to this, and now as I see, it seems to be growing. It seems to be more and more information. It's circulating through the city.
That's right. And the reason I know about that person who you saw on the sign, because he posted online saying, "I'm going to go on a sign. Anybody else want to come with me?" And people go out and just like these guys preach the gospel about what Scientology, what bad parts of Scientology there are. And so we go to Saturday Market, we go to downtown. We're online. We're organized online, and the beauty of it is that at any time, anywhere, we can show up. We have our own army. We can do whatever we want.
Good job, guys. I appreciate you getting the word out for people who can't. That's why I'm out here videotaping, is to help get words out, and especially people's messages that are important. They're about peace, human rights.
This is definitely about human rights. This entire fight is about the human rights of people inside the church and people who have been affected by people outside the church.
Thank you.
Families and everything.
Thank you. Okay, buddy.
Supposed to be there for free exchange of information.
That's just confidence.
Is that Ron Hubbard?
This is L. Ron Hubbard.
Okay.
And I got a quote on the back of you on my
Yeah, go ahead.
For a penny a word is ridiculous.
If a man really wants to make $1 million, the best way to start is a religion. That was reported by Reader's Digest in 1980.
Okay.
And he started their church.
Thanks for getting